Oh, hi, everybody. Yep, welcome to our live streaming session. So I will give an introduction, okay, to our company, our project, and I'll give you all the updates. And also feel free to ask me anything, okay. So first of all, who is GS? We are the first ever ICO on the global B2C e-commerce business with real tractions, okay. So we are set to become a market leader in pre-owned, refurbished electronics. We are headquartered in Hong Kong, and then we have offices in Europe and also Philippines. So what are our current tractions? Within 1 year of operation, okay, we have reached $2 million USD sales per month, okay, and we have reached monthly operational break-even in August. And this year, we would hit 20 million USD sales. So what are the reasons for you to trust us and invest in us? So we have a good team, okay. Personally, I myself have been in cross-border e-commerce for more than 10 years. And half of the company, okay, including all our top management, company shareholders. As they say, money is where the heart is. So rest be assured that we have a very committed team to realize the dream. Secondly, we have a solid and impressive tractions. Like what I said just now, we are almost doing like 2 million USD per month. And we already have presence in about 20 or more country markets. And we are going to develop more and more, okay? And this, we need your support. Number 3 reason, okay, for you to invest in us. We are in a sizable and fast-growing market. This is a market with just refurbished phones alone. It's worth 20 billion USD right now. And we are destined, this market is destined to exceed 30 billion USD in 2020. And every year, the growth rate year on year is double-digit percentage growth, okay? This is not only on refurbished products. This is also the same case applies on cross-border e-commerce. The number 4th reason, okay, we have a clear path to scale for future heights. We will evolve into a hybrid B2B, B2C refurbished electronics marketplace, which will form an ecosystem. Our current direct B2C model, orders with the main emphasis on phones only, will go into more and more consumer electronics. And we will also test the concepts of marrying up blockchain and e-commerce. So maybe a few months later, we could even go for a mega round of ICO in order to speed up the growth. And the number 5 reason, okay, the 5th reason, we have a very clear mission and vision to exceed 1 billion sales within 5 years and become the market leader in refurbished electronics. And we also want to encourage the world, okay, in trying to recycle more. And we want to help the world go green. So the number 6 reason on why you should invest in us or why you should fund us and back us up is that we have strong competitive advantages. We are the only Chinese government authorized refurbished factory for Apple products, and that's besides Foxconn. I don't know how much you know about Foxconn. So Foxconn is a Taiwanese factory that employs more than 1.5 million workers in China. So for us to have this license is very valuable, okay. Admittedly, we do have special relationship in order to get this license. And not only Apple, we also have the license to refurbish Samsung and DJI products in China. So why are we not doing Samsung right now? Because previously, there was someone asking me this question, okay? Because in order to plan for a product launch, we have to plan for every step. And also because Samsung, they have a lot of SKUs, so we have to plan for the entire process in order to do a market entry properly and orderly manner. So we also have a full suite of e-commerce solutions. We have global logistics solutions, okay? Because one of our current investors is Cargo Logistics, and they are huge. They do employ like more than 10,000 staff, and they have our global presence. We also have our e-marketing solutions, and our ERP is fully built and customized for e-commerce. We also have all the payment gateway solutions, and all this combined for us to ensure us that we have a sustainable and scalable operation. The number 7 reason, okay, we give you the credibility and transparency. You can look at our team of advisors. They include the senior management or ex-senior management from Groupon, okay? And we do have the president of the Hong Kong E-commerce Association. So for e-commerce itself, is also a very transparent business. You can track our traffic online using a simple online tools that includes things like SimilarWeb. Okay, so we can't fool you. And our system will record all the sales data and the sales trail. We also give you the peace of mind because we kept our total token supply and burn them whenever we bought them back or if they are unsubscribed. This is for the sake of accountability and transparency. We also offer token value protection as we allow our backers like you to use our tokens at par value to do purchases on our websites. And it's good to know that all Hong Kong companies are subject to very strict audit requirements on annual statements and annual reporting and such. So rest be assured that if you back us, we'll give you the full accountability and corporate governance. And all these are ensured not even by us, but our team of advisors and also by the Hong Kong government or tax authority. Number 9, we give you potentially good or great returns. Okay, refer to our white paper for the detailed return analysis. Okay, so basically, if you back us for 5 to 10 years, you could look at many times of returns via the market buyback when we return the value back to our token holders. The last reason, but not the least, we are always learning and we never give up. So there are people who ask why we do the ICO for our project. It's because we look at all options. Our team, when we first heard of the ICO, we started learning about ICO in, I think was July. And then our team executed the whole thing within this short span of a few months. So right now, we are asking for your support, okay, to realize these dreams of reaching our target, and then we can, so that we could share the fruits with you. So next, I'd like to welcome all questions from you, from the floor. Before that, I would like to play the 3-minute video again for you to know about our market and also our team and also about the industry. Hi, we're Galaxy eSolutions and we have an exciting opportunity for you. Our business is simple. we are creating a global marketplace for refurbished, pre-owned smartphones and other consumer electronics. We source, we refurbish, and we distribute. The entire process is controlled by us. Our customers buy online. By 2020, the market for refurbished smartphones alone will be worth $30 billion.
Millions of phones are traded in or replaced every year. 40% of the time, they get sent to Hong Kong and put into auction where we buy them. We then send them across the border to Shenzhen, China for refurbishment in our licensed factory and return them to our warehouse in Hong Kong for packaging and worldwide distribution. Our customers shop online at one of our 30 online shops, and within a few days, a shiny, almost new product arrives.
Most of the products we sell are 1 to 2 years old and often are refurbished to such a high standard that you can't tell they are pre-owned. We are officially authorized to refurbish premium consumer electronics from brands such as Apple, Samsung, and DJI. We are the only company authorized to refurbish such brands in China.
Our customer base is global. Put simply, it's all adults that would be happy with a reliable, refurbished, pre-owned phone. That's a lot of people. The growth rate of the used smartphone market is forecast to be 4 to 5 times higher than the overall smartphone market until 2020. Our plan is simple. We have already achieved monthly break-even point. We will reach $20 million in sales for 2017. We want to become the market leader within 5 years, with sales of over $1 billion.
We founded GES when we spotted the growing demand for refurbished consumer electronics. So we tested the market, and within a few months we had already sold several thousand refurbished smartphones. That was very limited effort. By enhancing our sales strategies, we can enter new countries and secure significant market share. We will widen our product range and hire great talent to join our very dynamic e-commerce team to bring this vision to reality.
So how can you get involved? We are holding an initial coin offering, and this ICO will give backers the opportunity to buy GS tokens. Please support us.
And if you buy during our pre-sale, we are offering a generous gift of extra tokens to reward early funders.
Okay, so the first question posed to me is how we came up with this idea. It's very interesting because when I speak to my previous boss, and then he asked me like, Yun, are you trying to raise cash in order to grow a business more? So I said, yes, of course, everybody wants to, have a much bigger business in order to realize my dream. So he told me, have you heard of ICO? I was like, ICO? Is that supposed to be IPO, or if you belongs to my age, you would ask, is it ICQ? Yeah. So he told me about all this thing about crypto world, and I thought it was a fascinating idea. So we started to investigate more into this. And it came to me that this is very feasible, okay? So we started planning for that because we think that since we're selling consumer electronics and everything can be tracked online, so it would be a good idea to share with everyone because we are running a very transparent model, and it helps to spread the word. So we started planning, but at that time I had some worry is because we are not really related to blockchain yet, okay, at that time. So we were worried that the crypto world might not accept this idea as much as we would like to. At the end, we think that this is fine because when we spoke to people, because a lot of ICO projects out there, they don't even have any traction. They remain at a concept stage. But for us, it's amazing our growth. We managed to grow to $2 million USD per month sales within a year of operation. So that makes us a very attractive project for this ICO thing. So after 2 months of hard work, we decided to launch our ICO on the 17th of November. The first pre-sale will start at 17th of November, 1200 hours UTC time. And if you fund us during this time, you'll get the extra boost on the extra tokens. So that's the reason why you should come in fast, and then so that we can make this project as successful as it could be. So I welcome the next question from the floor. So I see the next question is when will be the token be allocated? This would almost happen immediately after we receive the ethers in our accounts, as the smart contract will execute accordingly. So there's no worry that you won't get the our tokens or anything as such, because everything like what you should know is controlled by the smart contracts, and this is already written and are ready to be launched. So how long will be the pre-sale be? Okay, the formal round will start on the 7th of December, and it will go through until 15 or 16 of January, depending on the time zone. So I see the other question is, should I wait or invest in the first week? Obviously, because of the extra boost, we'd like you to invest as soon as possible. So the next question is there a limit on how many tokens I can purchase? Okay. While we don't have a maximum limit, but it's good to know that there's a minimum limit, okay, on the purchase, which is 0.1 Ether, okay. And just for information, as described in our white paper, 100 GES tokens will equal to 1 Ether. And the maximum hard or so-called hard cap that we would raise is 25,000 Ethers. So I believe that we are being very transparent, because a lot of projects out there, they won't even set a hard cap or a maximum limit on how they can raise. For us, we believe that that's not very responsible, because we believe that tokens, the maximum tokens should be kept in order to bring transparency and value to the token holders. So I see the next question is, can I buy with Bitcoin? Right now, okay, for our ICO project, we would only allow Ether, okay? The reason is because it is for your best interests. The reason why is we are using the ERC20 technology, and this is proven the safest method, okay, when conducting an ICO. So we don't want cases like, for example, you will lose your cryptocurrency because of some insecurity or some of the technology breakdown, and that's why we choose the ERC20 technology. But given that Bitcoin is easily exchanged into Ether if you want, and we have the very short how-to video that we can share with you later. So one question is given to us is, can I buy using GES tokens directly? Okay, I think I'm understanding such that you are saying that whether you can use GS tokens to buy on our website. Okay, for that, we would allow that, but we have to peg at the par value, the issued value, in order to protect everyone's interest. So indirectly, yes, you're right. You can use GS tokens to do purchases on our website. So one question is, the next question is, how do you think we could earn with our GS tokens? Okay, so when you buy our tokens, okay, just as like what we outlined in our white paper, we use the market buyback method to bring back the value to our supporters. So how do we do it? Basically, we promise that 20% of our annual profits will be used for market buyback every year. Okay, so that would happen, I believe, as described in our white paper, between June and September every year. That's because Hong Kong financial year end is 31st of March, and we have to do the numbers. After that, we would see the 20% profit. We will set that aside for market buyback. That means we will use the allocated fund to go to the listed exchange and buy back our tokens. For those that we bought back, we will burn the tokens accordingly. So as our profit increase, and as the limit of supply on the market goes down after the burning process, you can expect the token value will increase as it goes, okay? And that's when you realize the maximum returns on our token value. So I see the next question being, how long will you buy back? I believe this question is asking how long we allow the buyback mechanism to be in play. Okay, so basically as described in our white paper, this holding will go on for until for as long as 15 years. After that, it will be left to the management discretion on how we would want to exercise on the tokens, okay? So we believe that 15 years is a long time. It is enough, okay, for every token holders to gain the token appreciation and to get the value back. And also always remember, because we allow the GS tokens to be used on our website to purchase our products, things like Apple iPhones, DJI drones, or whatever consumer electronics we offer on our websites. So this is and in other words, this is a value protection that we are giving to our token backers. So I see the next question is, what other countries you target with your business? Right now, we are in more than 20 country markets, okay? That includes some Asian countries, such as India, Singapore, and Asia-Pac countries such as Australia. And we are in more than 10 to 15 European countries. Bear in mind that I believe that there are more than 30 countries in Europe. So we want to grow into more country markets and capitalize as much as we could, okay? And also, if we do more, it does bring us certain level of economies of scale. And also we can plan better, we can have more talents to run this operation. So the next question is, what are your plans for Africa? Because in our Telegram group, we see we have a lot of potential African backers, okay? There's even one very ardent supporter, Novosoft, who has promised to back us and others. Yep. So we do have plan for that, but to enter into a country market, we have to be careful because we have to consider a few things, like how are these products going to clear the customs? What are the custom rules and regulations? And whether we have the logistics solution for these countries, and whether these countries can be easily marketed to, because right now we are really good with social marketing and Google marketing, but not every country uses the same system. For example, in China they run a very different system. You have to understand that, for example, Google, Facebook are basically banned in that country. So if everybody knows that China is a huge market, but because of this, we have to be careful in deciding whether to go into that country. So for the moment, we choose to pluck the lower hanging fruits. So I see the next question is, are you going to refurbish other products like MacBook or cameras? The short answer is yes. Okay, but we have to be carefully planned for every step. For example, we have to look at our factory capability and whether we have a competitive advantage on that certain range of products. So basically a natural step for us, okay, and it's already inside our plan, which would launch the most popular range of Samsung products first, because that's the biggest and easiest market. If you look at our white paper carefully, you will see that out of the refurbished phones market, Apple constitutes 35% of the market, and Samsung gets the other remaining 34%. Then you have the other brands. So the lowest hanging fruits will be Samsung phones, and that's our plan. And obviously, we are going to have introduced the full range of iPads, MacBook, since we have the license to do this. So the next question is, what quality or grade are your refurbished phones? I think this is a very good question. So, but if you go to our website, you can see that we have a range of NDBD websites. Okay, so what is NDBD? Basically, it means that's our whole marketing concept of no difference, big difference. No difference meaning no difference in basic usage, the appearance of the items, if you as good as new, okay? Big difference in savings. So you get my meaning. So basically, our grade is almost as good as new, okay? So that's why we are confident in giving our customers more than 12 months of warranty. And this is unmatched for in the market. So the next question is, where are you guys located? Any plans to expand? Okay, so our headquarters is in Hong Kong. Okay, so some of you might ask, why Hong Kong? If you know, if you follow the business industry closely, you know that Hong Kong is ranked as the top 5 easiest to conduct business country or territory. Okay. This region has low tax, low corporate tax, and basically duty-free for all products. So this makes it a hub for trading and logistics. And another reason why it is important for us to be in Hong Kong, okay, is because we have Shenzhen as our hinterland. Those of you who are familiar with the electronics industry will know that Shenzhen is the electronics capital of China. So what does that mean? That means you can get every single consumer electronics product or even components in that place. So that's why our factory is in Shenzhen, okay? It is indeed in the bonded warehouse zone. That means we don't need to pay tax. In fact, when we export items from out of China, we get some tax subsidies from the Chinese government. So you see the importance for us to be in Hong Kong. And also Hong Kong has is the traditional hub for recycled products. And it's easy to distribute to every part of the world. So the next question I have is, ICO is banned in China. So how legal it is for us to conduct in Hong Kong? It has to be known that Hong Kong is a special administrative region as compared to China, okay? So although China has banned ICO, but ICOs so far is still perfectly legal in Hong Kong, okay? So basically what I'm saying is they run different set of legislation and rules, okay? So whatever is banned in China is not necessarily banned in Hong Kong. So rest be assured that we are doing the perfectly legal thing in Hong Kong. So the next question I have is, how can I trade my tokens after the allocation? Okay. So what we'll do is basically after we go live, we will start the discussion and negotiation with the exchanges, the cryptocurrency exchanges, to get our tokens listed on those exchanges. So basically, we would choose a few popular ones, okay, so that you could trade on our cryptocurrency, or sorry, crypto tokens, to be more exact in the terms, okay. The next question I have is, do you have a bounty program and how I can join? Definitely, we have set up a bounty program just 2 days ago, and we have a professional manager to run it for us. So later, feel free to subscribe to our WeChat, our Telegram channels and others, and we will publish the link for those who are interested to spread the words, okay? We'll be happy if you could spread the words for us and do the marketing for us, because we do believe that our product is not only genuine, but it will be very rewarding, okay, for every backer in our products, in our project, sorry. So the other question is, do you do wholesale as well? To be honest, since we have conducted this business, even the giants such as Amazon has tried to contact us and ask whether we could work with them to supply our refurbished products to them, such as on the Amazon Renewed marketplace. And to be honest, just 2 days ago, a major chain in UK asked us whether we could supply to them. The manager contacted me through LinkedIn. So we do receive a lot of inquiries on this end. But being an entrepreneur for quite a few years, I understand that in every startup, you need to be really focused in your offering, in your business strategy, in your execution. Okay, so because B2C and B2B, they require a very different set of strategy and focus. So while we do not say no to B2B, okay, but we believe that the first focus, utmost focus, should be in B2C, should be to do all the end consumer first. But although that has been said, with your funding and backing, I think we could facilitate that end even faster, okay? We could easily set up a wholesale operation and start targeting that industry and offering. So for those who follow my Telegram, I even showed some pictures with a big telecommunication chain in Australia. That image shows me sitting together with that boss, okay, discussing about supplying to them. But like what I said, the first focus is always in B2C, because I do believe that that's the fastest way to bring us the valuation, the profit, the size that we want us to be. So the next question is a very, very good question. It is, are you a retailer or a manufacturer? Okay, so we believe, as you see from our white paper, I mentioned a few times, okay, that we have the supply chain advantage. That means we are not only a retailer, but we are also a manufacturer. It's a hybrid strategy. So that makes us really, really strong in this sense, because we not only have the sales channels, but we control the supply, okay? So that allows us to control the costing, the pricing offered to our end consumers. That effectively makes us into not only a B2C model, that makes us a F2C model. F meaning factory. So I think a lot of you who follows the e-commerce industry or scene will know that even Amazon tried to cut F2C sellers on their platform because they believe that it not only shortens the supply chain, and they get more support in terms of stability in product supply, and also the branding obviously. So the next question is, do they do business in Russia? I mean, I think the question is, do we do business in Russia? The short answer again is yes, we would like to. But Russia, like China, although not to the same extent, Russia uses Yandex, and the payment gateway solution is a different set. So, and we have to be careful in our localization strategy. So that means we have to really translate well in Russian language, and we have to do a lot of localization. So we have to be careful before we really go for one market and really penetrate into the market. So like what I said, short answer is yes, but we need to really study the market and make sure we could get returns within a short span of like 6 to 12 months. So I think we are running out of time, so we will take maybe just 1 or 2 more questions. Okay, so the last question would be, is there any limit in the pre-sale rounds? Okay, so I suppose this question comes from very anxious supporters. Okay, so yes, okay, so the first round, we only allocated 2,000 ethers, okay, for the first week. So whichever would come first means that we would finish that round. So for example, if in the 3rd day, we managed to sell off the entire 2,000 ethers, that means our first round is concluded, okay? If not, we will extend it for the entire 1 week duration. So I hope that is clear. So I hope all backers, please support us and move fast to get the maximum benefit out of this potentially highly rewarding ICO project of ours. And also, I think it's good for you all to know that we are going to attend a few expos and do the roadshow, okay? One of them is in the US, okay? Our CTO, Joe Chen, he will be there doing the roadshow and the presentation. okay, the pitching in US. That would happen on the 29th and 30th. And the venue is Silicon Valley. I mean, what better place to be in, right? And also we are considering, and most likely, we will also be present in the Singapore Block Show 2017, which incidentally is also happening on the 29th and 30th of November. So our CMO, okay, Eric, will be there for the show, and we welcome anyone who is interested to meet us there. So lastly, just again to remind every backers of ours, we would be live in 2 days' time, which is the 17th of November, okay? So please mark that date and come in fast, okay, to get the maximum benefit, and make sure that you don't lose out on this highly potential ICO. Like what I said, I definitely believe that we could be the market leader, and it's our goal, a very clear goal of reaching and exceeding $1 billion USD in sales within 5 years. So lastly, thank you for your attention, and remember to back us, okay, to back us. Thank you for your support. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.